it seems only appropriate that TDF should be bestowing the Founders Award on Scott, because he is such a beacon of what TDF as a whole is about, listening to people's stories on stage, but also getting people to tell their stories in response to those stories. And you're so good at bringing that out of our students and out of your actors and out of the audiences that see your shows.
TDF is honored to present the TDF Founders Award to Scott Ellis.
I got a call from Wendy Washington. Could you meet me for breakfast? And I was like, yeah. And I thought, Wendy Washington, why would she know who the hell I am? But I showed up and I said yes. For the most part, the first time is so incredibly important and such a gift to them, to everybody who loves theater. And that's what this program gives. That's what TDF does.
We go over to a neutral space and have pizza somewhere and talk about the show. You hang out, you talk about the performance, you talk about what you liked and you didn't like, and Scott kind of moderates that discussion.
How many shows have we seen?
112.
112 shows. Oh my God. I remember the first year I did it, I had a show on Broadway and I took them to the show and I was terrified of what they were going to say. And it went well, and they brought up things that I'd never thought about. And I just thought, I'm hooked. I always get the actors to come and talk with them, you know, it's such a gift. And they have that experience to really talk to the actors and designers.
There was one time actually we had a question, I forget what show it was, and you called Susan Stroman and said, my kids have a question about your show, can you answer it? And there she was on speakerphone.
That's right. I said, Stroh, we have a question for you, put it on speakerphone. And she answered.
She was thrilled too that the guys were mixing it up.
Yeah, they loved it.
He's a really kind, lovable person. You find that relationship with his mentees and teachers as well, which is funny because they don't know him as Scott Ellis, lauded American theater director. They know him as Scott Ellis, the guy who takes them to the theater and talks with them and treats them with respect and reciprocity. And that is what makes a mentor so unique and so special.
And I always say at the very end, the only thing Wendy wanted is for you to continue going to the theater. And that's the biggest gift you can give TDF, to Wendy, to everybody.